Hello and welcome to another vlog. I realized I didn't really film an episode to speak about the specifications and options about my car and how it came to be in my possession and sort of the history of my ownership of it. So let's get it out on the road. The car's just been washed. I've just come back from a trip from the beach over the weekend, and I've just given it a nice clean, and we want to look at it in all its glory out in the sunshine. It's very hot in London, but we're enjoying it, and luckily it's a soft top. So let's get out in the daylight and speak more about the C4S. All right, now that we have the car out, I found a little spot, a quiet one that I can film in, hopefully without being disturbed so much with cars. Let's have a look at the car. Like I said, I've just had it washed after a weekend away by the beach. So I've been driven quite a bit. And one thing I want to point out is these wheels. I love these wheels. These are the Sports Techno wheels, standard fit from the factory as an option. Let me go through some of the option lists that were fitted straight from the factory, and I'll tell you each one. Let me just open the boot, the front, as they say, and have a look at the so the boot actually is as good as it is. Obviously the wind deflector takes up quite a bit of space. The other thing that takes up space is the spare wheel underneath. Now I don't know if I'd ever use it. You know, you can easily fit a nice bag, which I managed to get in, but the wind deflector takes up quite a bit of space, and also the spare wheel underneath. It's very wide, and it's quite deep, so without it the floor goes a lot deeper, nearly twice as much. So yeah, I think on longer journeys I might consider taking it off the car to get more practical space for the luggage. So yeah, so here is what I wanted to show you, is the option list that comes with the car. These are the different codes, you know, each one specifying all the different options that came from the factory, as it says here. All right, so I had a look at all these codes. You can have a look at them online, and it tells you everything, because I couldn't remember everything by heart. All right, so let's start. So all right, so the car came equipped from factory as options with these 18-inch Sport Techno design wheels. I love them. They almost, when they're super shiny as they are now, they almost look white somehow, and I love that. These wheels, at the time, won some type of design awards, and I just think they're very rare, and they just look so cool. What else? It also came with spacers, because these are the bigger wheels. They're still the same 18-inch, but they're 295 rear tires, so it came equipped with 17-inch spacers. I think you can just see them here, which is kind of cool. It gives it a wider stance, and it fills the rear arches very well. Other options will be interior. These were an aftermarket from Tech Art. These are illuminated ones, C4S, but straight from the factory are these leather piped mats with the Porsche logo. Also a nice touch, of course, the sports steering wheel. The car also came equipped with the aluminium dials, but I had those removed. I wasn't so much of a fan of the look and got them taken out shortly afterwards. Of course, we have the aluminium gear knob along with the handbrake, and these are equipment options. I love the also crest. You don't see many Tiptronics with the crest inside. I wonder why. I'm not really sure, but I'm very glad that I have that. That's a rare option. You don't see many of them. Of course, we have the head crests also embossed in the sports seats. These seats are incredible. I think they age much better than the standard ones. Yeah, these are also came automatic movement for both the passenger and the driver seats. The car also comes equipped with the fantastic phone and PCM. So the phone is such a cool feature. I love that. I used to use that quite a lot when it was legal to speak on the phone. So that was really cool. What else do we have? Yes, these were also added as options. The American sort of spec rear bumper. I don't know what they call them, but they were sort of extra required for the American market for extra safety. And I love that look. It just, I think, gives it a wider stance, just makes it look a little more beefy. Now, of course, we have the fascia, the sports exhaust tips, which again, I love. What else do we have? Yeah, the car came equipped also with the hard top, which I think is such a cool feature. But with the hard top, you have these covers, so when everything is in place, these ones slot. I don't think you can actually see them. It's underneath here, and you sort of, obviously it doesn't go on here, but it goes as such, and it sort of makes everything look nice, neat, and factory sort of finished. So these are nice touches, and they come with the factory hardtop, which I have just removed just before I went away this weekend to enjoy some of the sunshine. Of course, the 4S comes with the red calipers, which again I love. Such a great option, such a great feature. And yeah, such a cool stance. I also like the fact now you can just about see the new condensers, which I think look great. You can just see them peeking through because they're silver. Yeah, and I think that's a nice touch. It looks kind of cool. What I do want to get, I do want to get like a mesh that goes just behind here to stop all the grit and sort of rocks and other buildup that gets tangled inside there. So I think it'll be useful to get some sort of a fine mesh to still let air through, but stop all the rubbish that gets clogged up inside, which I think will be quite nice. Also comes equipped with these headlight washers, shall I say. Also, I didn't point this out, but I do have and I had this fitted straight from the factory as well, and so they've been on as old as the car, really, 15 years or more. And that is a protective, it's not a film, it's thicker than a film, and it's on top of the headlights that protect it. And it's been super great because you see films that sort of go yellow with time and let in all sorts of different you know, whether it's condensation or little rubble and stuff. But these have been fantastic and make the headlights, well, brand new. You don't even tell that they're on there until I've just pointed out, but you can see it sort of Yeah, it just goes around here, and it's been fantastic to protect the headlights. You see a lot of people sort of after a few years trying to clean and scrape all the dirt, and they've been absolutely great at protecting the headlights. Yeah. So the car also came equipped with the aluminium sort of package, which had little features like sort of that, and the door handles with this also, and the ignition key surround. Yeah, which I think was also pretty cool. Of course, we have the Bose sound system, which is such a must for any car. I wouldn't go so much as to specify some of the new ones like the Burmester sound. I think the Bose is absolutely fantastic, so it does such a great job, and I could not imagine the car without it, especially now having had the sound back. It's just fantastic. You'll also see the car is about to hit 23,000 miles in just about 4 miles, which is crazy to think that in 15 or nearly 16 years the car is only done at 23,000 miles. Also ticked on the options list were these auto dimming anti-dazzling mirrors. I don't know what's happened, but over the last couple of weeks I went away and it was a very hot, humid day, and I'm not really sure what happened, but you can see it here. It's gotten a little humid and foggy up in here. I'm not really sure how that's happened. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. So if anybody knows, please drop it in the comments. Also equipped from factory were these options, anti-dazzling driver's basically door mirrors. So I've moved indoors just because it's boiling outside, so a change of location. So a little history with regards to the car and how I came about acquiring it and how it came in my position to be. So the car initially was ordered by someone who at the time I didn't know. He had ordered the car, and just before getting delivery, had come into some financial problems. I was introduced to him via a mutual friend who mentioned that he had a C4S that he was looking to sell. Now, I was not in the market. I was not looking to get a Porsche. It was not on my radar or in my mind whatsoever. However, when I heard the proposition and the deal, I for some reason just couldn't let it pass. And at the time, I remember the dollar against the sterling. The dollar was quite weak, so managed to get a really good deal on the car, and I just thought I couldn't let an opportunity like this pass. So we put a deal together very quickly and got it off his hands. Now, it was a very well spec'd car. It really went through a lot of the option list and just ticked nearly all of them. So that's how it came to be in my possession. Now I've had it since late 2004 when I got the car, had it imported into the UK in 2005, and it's been in my possession ever since. That's a very long time. It's just clocked 23,000 miles. It's not a lot of miles in that many years, and that's due to me being away for some time, working abroad as well as also living in London. I touched upon that in a few other videos, but also it's one of those cars. I've owned other cars throughout the years along with this one, and I've sold nearly all of them for one reason or another, whether it was to fund a business venture or I had no longer use for it. But this C4S just always stayed in my garage. I never just thought about selling it, no matter how tough it got and how much I may have needed the money for whatever reason. I'm always venturing into different business ideas. But this car, I just thought I will not sell it. I want to keep it in my future collection. I want to keep it as a staple. It just means a lot to me, and it's somehow been there through a long period of my life, and I'm hoping it will continue to stay in my possession. And so that's pretty much sort of a brief take into the history of my ownership of the car and how much it means to me. And like I said, I want to make a lot more memories over the next couple of months and the next few years with the car, and hopefully I'll be able to capture a lot more of that on film and share with you. So yeah, I hope you stay tuned and do subscribe and hit that like button.